You're going to love this. Trust me.
Yo, welcome back to the channel, Dragon Ball Junkies. It's your boy Josh bringing you a Dragon Ball Supercard game video. Today we're deck testing out Xeno Trunks from set 16. I made the deck an Overrealm based deck with all the Xeno Trunk stuff that we can play from the warp. So it's a pretty fun deck. I'm liking it. You have a lot of options of how you could go. You can go defensively with the new pans, or you can go aggressively and just go hyper aggro with all the Overrealm cards. So let's get into the gameplay right now, boys. Oh, okay. I see what you're doing. You threw your Zamasu deck together in like 5 minutes, and it's probably going to stomp my version of Zamasu, but let's see how it hangs against this Trunks boy. I made this a couple days ago, so you're going to have to bear with me on legit slapped it together. 13. You're going to have to bear with me on reading these cards. 12. So you got start. Alright guys, so here's game 1 of the gameplay. We are playing against Mario, testing out his new Zamasu Goku Black Wish Leader from set 16, and I'm testing out the Xeno Trunks with my Overrealm deck. So this is the first game that we tested. There was another game we played where Mario was using his Zamasu deck. He made some changes to it in the second game, and I wish I was recording that one because he put the Zamasu that evolves or Union Pataras for like 4 energy, and then it lets you play out a Tragedy Overground, and he played the Tragedy Overground on me while my secret rare, the Brainwash Supreme Kai of Time, was out on the board. But before I swung with it, because apparently Tragedy Overground is an activate battle as well as an activate main, and I had forgot about it. I didn't know that, and he ended up putting my secret rare into my energy. Well, yeah, it was rough, but unfortunately we didn't get that game recorded. I forgot to record that one, but this one is his first build of the Zamasu deck, which I think his second build is better. There's that Zamasu, that one that evolves and gets the Tragedy out. So he's playing out the Goku Black. That's a good card. It lets him draw. It lets him untap energy at the end of the turn. So he's passing to me. And I'm trying to... I think this is my first game playing with this deck. For a while, I was trying to figure out how I'm supposed to fill up my drop, because the leader doesn't burst or anything like that, or how I'm supposed to fill up my warp. But the new cards for the archetype that play from your warp, the Gohan, Son Gohan challenging a demon god, as well as Son Goten challenging a demon god, when they play from your warp, they send 3 cards from your top of your deck to your warp. So that's how you fill up your warp faster. You need to get one of those guys into there and then play them out of your warp for an energy, and then you get 3 more in. But I'm just dropping a bunch of these Xeno Gokus so that if Mario activates a counterplay, he's got a warp cards from his hand. That's a great card. It's just a really good card. Any black deck, you know, I don't know why you wouldn't run it, but I got 2 of them on the board, so when I am ready to go aggro, I can do it. So as you see, there's a Demigra Unison in my hand. So this is my first build of the deck. I was trying to make like a wormhole Overrealm deck, but Mario explains to me that card, I missed it when I was building the deck. That card is a Saiyan only leader, and I completely forgot that Trunks is half human. So that Unison that I just played, that Demigra, it does not work in the deck. So in my second build in the game 2, I've taken that card out and just gone with the Supreme Kai of Time opposing the Empire Unison, as well as I think I threw a few Bardoks in there just for draw power and a Floodgate. But we're doing well here. That little Mira Overrealm card, it's just a cheap Overrealm. It's basically a free discard 1 15k attack. And I don't like when my opponent gets a huge hand So I like always having a little bit of hand control in my decks. Mario asked me once why I had that mirror in there. It's just because I needed some 3-cost Overrealms, and I've always liked that mirror. Rips a card from their hand. You get a 15k attack for no energy. And in my second build, when I took out the Demigra Unison, oh, Mario's doing his wish now, or he's awakening. So that Zamasu deck is weird because you have to put the Dragon Balls back on the bottom of your deck to awaken, and then you've got to get them again to do your final wish. But I was saying in the second build in this next game, I've got the 3-cost new Overrealm Demigra that has Wormhole on it. So, because I still wanted to have some Overrealm, I wanted to make it an Overrealm deck just because our new Super Saiyan God Trunks Power Awakened, it's the dual attack, and when it swings, you get to put cards from your warp. You're filling your warp up, right? But when it swings, and you can get out pretty early, it puts 3 cards from your warp into your drop area. So I figured if I'm running that, I want to make it an Overrealm deck, so I can just keep having these little Overrealms come out. Sometimes drop a big Overrealm, like a Bardock fighting against Fates, or I think I put 1 man on a mission in there. And the Demigra, the Dark Overrealm Demigra, I've got those in there. So it's a mixture of little Overrealms and big Overrealms, and I wanted to have some Wormhole. That's why I have that Unison in there, but it doesn't work with my leader, unfortunately. Mario lets me go this whole game without telling me that, and he ends up telling it in the second game we played. But I never tried to pull a Wormhole on him, so if I had, I'm sure he would have let me know, hey, you can't do that. He was waiting until I tried it. But it just never happens in this game because I never have two Overrealms at a time. But I've got 3 super combos in my hand. I think we're coming up on game. Mario's down to 3 life. He just wasn't able to get his game plan going this game. I was, even without using any Wormhole. I'm able to do everything I want to do. I've got, my Gohans. I've got my Trunks coming out of the warp. I've seen Pans, plenty of Pans. Pan is great. I've got my Goku on board now, so when it is time to go heavy aggro at him, I'm sorry, my Goku. I've got that Xeno Goku on board. So when it's time to go heavy aggro, whenever he decides to counter, he's going to have to pitch extra cards from his hand. So we're going to hand control him this turn. We're just going to keep swinging, and he's either going to take damage or he's going to have to spend some cards. And I have a Pan in hand, and I have my secret rare. So I went pretty aggressive just now, and I felt okay doing that because I know I have 1 energy up, but I need 2 energy in order to do my secret rare. So I just do a Pan, and he can't swing. I know he doesn't have anything that's going to stop that Pan from coming out, so I felt safe doing that Pan. And now I believe this is the game turn. I've got a Demigra in my hand that I could Overrealm with. I've got my secret rare. I've got attacks on board. I've got stuff in my warp that I can play. Go ahead and go with the Demigra. 2 energy there. Dark Overrealm. And then I've got another Trunks now. He's got to get rid of 1 from his hand when that Demigra swings. I get to get rid of a card from the battlefield, take a little combo power from him. And I've got a handful of super combos. We're swinging with leader now. Just pressuring him. He's going to block. He brings that Goku out, so it lets him tap energy down. That's the cool thing about that Zamasu deck. It has really good energy tapping abilities, offensively and defensively. You see him multiple times against me. He even did it last turn too, where I had 4 energy and I had all these plays planned out. I couldn't do him because he tapped down all my energy. See, just now he tapped down energy, so now I'm not able to use my secret rare's ability as a floodgate, but it's okay because I plan on killing with this secret rare. So I'm gonna swing here with a big old double strike. He's got 2 life left, and I think this is game right here. He's got no response. I've got 3 super combos in my hand. And yeah, he's saying GG. He shows me that he had the secret rare, but you know, I just had too much combo power for him. Alright, here's game 2. So this is my updated version of the deck. I do not have that Demigra Unison in here. I see my secret rare off the rip. I see 2 Goku Xenos. And Mario's playing a really interesting deck because that card he just played, that Brawly right there, every time I've read it or it's been played against me, I'm like, this card's pointless, this card's dumb. But Mario's gonna display to us the point of that card, and he's using it with the leader it goes with. It's on archetype, it's on, you know, it's themed, and he's gonna show us how it's supposed to work. So basically, turn 1, you can play that Brawly out. Now turn 2, if I don't get rid of it, I'm moving the camera here, he's going to use 2 energy. He gets to search his life for a Brawly card and evolve it on top of that. So he just got a 6 cost evolve. Normally it would take you 6 energy to get that Brawly out. And he's showing me now how he was just able to cheat out this huge boss monster on turn 2 using that Brawly card. It's pretty cool, actually. You have to run quite a few evolve targets for the Brawly. I think Mario's got 12 in there. There's a Brawly that costs 6 to evolve, a Brawly that costs 5 to evolve, and a Brawly that costs 4 to evolve. And he's got a playset of all 3 of them in there because you need to end up with at least one of those in your life. In retrospect, thinking about it, when they play that Brawly on you, if they're doing this deck, it would probably be a good idea to search their life because you may be able to rip one of their Brawlies out of their life so that they can't evolve onto it. But I didn't think of that at the time, so I just didn't do it. So basically what we're both going with here is a hand control, aggro, black. His is black-green, but we're both trying to do some hand control-y stuff. See, I've got the Demigras, I've got the Miras. I've got the ability to do a little bit of hand control through my cards, as well as just, you know, swinging a lot. As well as the Goku Xenos. If he counters, he's got to lose cards from his hand. So this game is really quick. I don't think it's this turn. See, this turn I'm not able to get much going, and I'm seeing a small hand. Mario's got a small hand. You know, we pass turn back to him, and he's going to rip our hand more, take more of our life. So when it comes back to me for my next turn, that's just a little explanation of why I do what I do on the next turn, because not this turn, but the following turn that I get back, I go all out. And we'll see it here in a minute, but I'm just I'm kind of explaining why I decide to go the route I go. But we've got the Mira Overrealm. We've got him down to 4. He's got a small hand, but we've got a small hand too. And I know that he has the ability to do more hand control and have bigger attacks, big critical attacks from Brawlies, as well as hand control. So, you know, I'm kind of thinking, well, I can't kill him now. I need to survive next turn. I've got a Pan in hand. I'm leaving energy up for Pan. We've got the Goku on board. I'm taking the life just to get more cards to my hand right now. And then I pass back to him. I've got him down to 3 life. He's only got 5 cards in hand, as I've got 5 cards in hand at 5 life, so I'm doing a little bit better. But he's got big cards on board. So we pan. And I think the pan will be enough to save us. He's trying to swing through a pan right now. Well, he is swinging through a pan right now. And so he gets to pick a card to rip from my hand. He's got to pitch a card from my pan's effect. I got to get rid of another card. It's just really bad. So, and he's swinging crit. Swinging crit, and he rips 2 cards from my hand. So I don't want to deal with that again next turn. I don't have a pan in my hand. I don't have a floodgate. So it's back to my turn 3. And I'm looking at my stuff. and I decide I'm just going to go all out. I don't know if I decide that quite yet, but I will decide that shortly. So see, now I'm seeing the Trunks and the Goten. I'm thinking, how much damage can I put out this turn? He's only got 4 cards in his hand. He's got 3 life. Can I push through that? So we're going to go for it. We'll play our Trunks here. 2 from our Warp. We awaken. We get to untap an energy. Now I've got 2 energy again, so I'm looking at that Trunks. That's a double strike. Problem is we have to Overrealm. So I'm going to play another Goku. And I'm thinking, well, each of these Gokus, I get a card for my life, and it's a 15k attack. So that's pretty good. But the problem is I'm not seeing Overrealm cards yet, so I swing with my leader to get a draw. Ditch a black card to my Warp, so I send one of the Gohans to my Gotens or Gohans to my Warp. I got a Fighting Against Fate and another Goku. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm thinking I can push through here. But Mario goes ahead and combos and gets his secret rare out on the board. That's a blocker. And I've got to get rid of 2 cards from my hand, which is a problem. Because it's either tap 4 or get rid of 2 cards from my hand. So I go ahead and get rid of the Power Burst and that Trunks that I need to get in my Warp anyway. But I'm not going to have the energy to play it. So right now I'm thinking, should I play this guy out because he's a critical? But he's only a critical if you have Spirit Boost. And I don't have a Unison out to do Spirit Boost. So I can't get the critical attack off of that Gotenks. So I just play another Goku. And I'm thinking, okay, good. If he counters, his hand's gone. I'm just going to swing with all these. Get cards from my life to my hand. I'm going all out this turn. Swinging with the Trunks because it's dual attack. Now, if I think what happens here, I got another card. I got a super combo. We're going to go ahead and super combo here in bottom deck and draw 2. Now see, now I see a Demigra. But the way my drop is right now, I can't get Fighting Against Fate and Demigra out. If I had swung differently and taken the life with the other cards before I swung with the big Trunks, I could have potentially gotten Wormhole by Overwhelming that Demigra and then also Overwhelm out the Fighting Against Fates. That would have gave me another 15k attack, which would have been enough. Mario's down to 1 life though, and here you go. You're gonna see I just don't have enough to push through. I combo that off because I can't get Overwhelm to Overwhelm him out. And one more attack, we swing, and Mario uses his last energy and his last 2 cards in hand. He has a Power Burst and he survives the attack.
You got it. I got nothing. I got no negate. No combo, no negate. I'm gonna block with my leader. Damn, I thought I was gonna be able to push through. Dude, I went for it that turn. I had to. Man. That was, yeah, I thought I had you. Sure. If I would have seen this, the way I saw my cards, if I would have sequenced differently and I would have seen this Demigra differently, I could have potentially overwhelmed Demigra out and got 1 extra attack with the Demigra, and I also would have got to get rid of one of your, well, you would have had to get rid of your secret rare. Yeah, your secret rare would have went to your Warp, and then if I could have comboed correctly, I could have got this guy out and got 2 more. That would have given me 1 more 15k attack, and I would have killed your secret rare. So, but regardless, even if I didn't kill you that turn, I was dead. So I just went for it.
Alright guys, that is it for the video. Let me know what you think of my Trunks deck down in the comment section. I played a handful of games with it, not just these ones that I have recorded, and the deck is pretty consistent. I like it. I love Overrealm decks, and that's why I built it Overrealmy. There might be better, stronger ways to build it, maybe using the Thwarting Gogeta package, but I like to, do things a little differently and try out different options and just try to have fun with it. This isn't a competition on these videos. If I was going to a competition, I'd probably run a different build. But let me know what you think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell. You'll know when I make new videos. Check me out on Twitch TV/DragonBallJunkie and watch the video and playlist I have going. Until next time, I'm out, boys. Peace.